The gameplay used for the heists in this video are by GTA series videos. Nope, I'm not going to pretend that I did all that gameplay. The reason I chose that certain gameplay is because their gameplay is the best and it shows more fluently. So don't think that I stole it. I'm not. GTA series video is an amazing YouTube channel. I would definitely recommend for you guys to check it out. I just wanted to show it that kind of gameplay just because I had no gameplay of the heist. I didn't record it, so yeah, just letting you guys know that. It's not mine, it's theirs. Hello everybody, Tricky3 here, and yeah, sorry I haven't uploaded very often. I know I said that I wanted to upload at least once a week. I'm sorry about that. It's just it's hard sometimes to upload a video. Sometimes you're like, okay, what am I gonna upload? And you just happens. But yeah, I've been working hard with some of these videos, I guess you could say. I mean, some videos take me longer than others, some don't. Yeah, so we're continuing the ranking series today with actually a new thing, a GTA 5. I've just gotten into the game again, and I'm excited to make new content about it. Don't worry, Fortnite content will still be up. Don't worry about that. I'll still do it. It's not as much. But yeah, today we're going to be ranking every single Grand Theft Auto 5 online heist. I've just finished the Pacific Standard heist a couple weeks ago. And honestly, I'm just going to say my opinions on, I'm going to rank them all. So there are the 5 main heists, the Fleeca Job, I think that's his, the prison heist, Humane Labs raid, Series A funding, Pacific Standard, the Doomsday heist. Now, I'm not going to do, all 3 of them. I'm just going to do all those. I'm not going to put them all in different orders. Then there's the Casino Heist, and the newest one, Cayo Perico. I'm going to rank all 8 of them. Remember, this is all my opinion, and if you don't like my ranking, please tell me in the comments. I'd love to read them. I'll read all of them. Tell me your opinion, and if you don't like my rank, tell me. I'll read them. You know what you should do? You should comment your ranking, what you would do. Just saying. But without further ado, let's get into it. So, in 8th and last place, hear me out, guys. It's going to be the Humane Labs raid. Now, I gotta admit that the Humane Labs raid is really cool. It is a very cool idea. It is super duper fun. The finale is great. But the reason why this is in the 8th and last place is because of my experience with it. This, out of all the heists I did, this one is the one that I just didn't like the most. You see, I have this saying, as long as you had fun, you didn't waste your time, if my friend tells me, I just bought this game, I wish I didn't buy it, and I say, why, did you have fun with it? And I said, yeah, I had fun with it, but I just don't play anymore. And I say, well, you shouldn't regret it, because as long as you had fun, you shouldn't regret it. If, though, you didn't have fun when you bought the game, then you should regret it. But yeah, I didn't have fun playing this heist. First off and foremost, the preps. Oh my gosh, the preps were terrible. Playing preps with randoms is the reason why I don't like doing the 5 main heists. Legit, it's just terrible. I can't bring myself to have fun. First off, delivering EMP took me days. That one prep took me longer than the heist itself. That one prep. You see, the problem with delivering EMP is that if you get caught, you don't just go into a big, massive fight. No. The mission fails. The alarms go off, and you fail. Doing that with randoms is just hard. Because not only do the guys see you so easily, they'll see you from miles away. It's a terrible prep. And every single prep I did for the Humane Labs raid ended up with people leaving, people dying, failing over and over. Like EMP, everyone was fighting over to ride the Hydra. I had to ride the Hydra. I had to carry the whole team riding the Hydra. Because everyone wanted to ride the Hydra and they would crash it. I know this one guy, he got on the Hydra. He couldn't even get off the runway. He crashed without even flying up. I don't know, I just didn't have that fun. But whenever I finally unlocked the heist itself, I was so excited. I'm like, yep, we're doing the Humane Labs raid after days of preps. Preps should legit take you only an hour to do, maybe 2. But with randoms, it takes days. Remember that. That's why you should have friends. If you don't have friends in GTA 5, be prepared to have a terrible experience with heists. But yeah, I got in a Humane Labs raid heist, and I was so hyped. I was ready. I was so excited. And then you know what happened? I wanted to be the ground team, and I did pretty good. Me and my teammate, we were good. We had good weapons, because ground team's actually pretty easy. You just go down there, kill them. Get the key card, put it in, swipe it at the same time. We had no communication. It's pretty easy. I just watched him swipe, then I swipe, and then we're in. We got out. We went through the drainage tunnel. We got out. It was simple. But the people who were driving the helicopter and the gunner, they were terrible. They just didn't know what they were doing. And that ruined us because the helicopter is the hardest job. If you cannot do the helicopter right, you will fail the entire thing. Same with the gunner. If those are the two most important ones. If they don't know what they're doing, then everyone fails. That's why I was so upset. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this sucks. The guy landed on the beach because we were supposed to be picked up, and he hit us with the helicopter blades. He was just going spiraling out of control. This guy didn't just land carefully. No, he just smashed onto the ground. The helicopter did like a 360 and it hit us. And then, of course, the guy that was the gunner lost patience and left. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm not going to be the ground team. I want to finish this. So I was the gunner. And I did pretty good with the gunner. I didn't use the miniguns. I sat in the passenger seat and I used the cannon. That helped a lot. But the pilot also did the same mistake. He was way too close to the ground and he got shot. And we were smoking even before the guys legit did the hack and all that. So we were smoking before all of that. And then of course when the helicopters come in, the buzzards, that was hard. And that guy didn't know how to drive, obviously, didn't know how to fly right. So I was trying to oh, come on. You can't communicate. I was trying to communicate, but nobody was listening. And when we finally got down there, we were smoking, we blew up, and of course, the pilot lost patience and left. So we did it again. I was a good gunner. We did it. We got everyone out, but we were smoking, and on the beach, we weren't smoking too much. It was a little smoke. So we got up there, and I said, okay, we're finishing this off. And then the 4 helicopters came in. The buzzards came in and just swooped and shot us left and right. We were smoking hard, but we were so close. We were so close to the drop-off point. I'm like, yes, we're finally finishing this. And then you know what? We fell. And the engine turned off, because if you get hit too many times and it smokes too much, that's what happens. And the helicopter landed, smashed right there. We were so close to the drop-off point, and yeah, everyone left. So that's when I said, okay, I'm gonna do the least fun one, the pilot. I did the pilot, and I was a good pilot. I didn't just stay on the ground and watch people shoot me. And the gunner, obviously, he chose the minigun, so it was way harder to shoot. I landed, I picked everyone up. We were smoking not that bad when we finished all the helicopters. We finally got to the drop-off point, and we finished the heist. And I was just so happy, but I just didn't have much fun. I wanted to be the ground team, but nobody knew how to fly, nobody knew how to shoot. So basically, I had to carry the entire team with the one I didn't want to do. It was terrible. I still had kind of fun. I don't even care about the cut. I just was so happy to finish. That's why I was number 8. Okay, and number 7. Okay, so number 7, okay. It's going to be Series A funding. Now, Series A funding, I think it was super duper fun, and it's probably the second easiest after the first one, which is Fleeca Bank. But the reason why this one's so low is because it just didn't feel like a heist. Humane Rapes felt kind of like a heist because you're robbing kind of something, but this is just, it's legit a business mission. That's all it is. It's just a business mission with, it really is a business mission if you really think about it. Think about it. You're stealing stuff and you're delivering them. It's a business mission. It's not boring. And Trevor's in it. My boy Trevor, my favorite character. He's awesome. But just, I don't know. I just didn't feel this one. It didn't take me long. I think it only took me in total probably an hour to do everything. So it wasn't that long. But at the same time, I didn't enjoy this heist that much. I mean, the payout's good. Yeah, it's not that bad. But I don't know. I just really didn't like this one that much. It really literally is a business mission. That's all it is. It's just a business mission. I'm not saying business missions are bad, because business missions are a good way to make money. I don't agree on that. I love doing business missions. But I'm just saying that this heist, can you really call it a heist? This legit could have just been a business mission with Trevor in it, Trevor's Phillips Industries. You could work for him. That could actually be in the game. That's actually a pretty good idea, the more I think about it. All right. But I'm just saying that out of all the heists, this one didn't, for the 5 main heists, this one just didn't feel like a heist at all. It literally isn't a heist. It's just, okay, I'm getting this, and I'm going to deliver it. I don't know. Trevor's in it, so that's what makes it cool. I don't know. And the reason this is up ahead of Humane Labs Raid is for 3 reasons. 1, because Trevor's in it. 2, because it was easier. And 3, because I think the payout's better. I don't know. But overall, there's really not much to say. It's not even that interesting. It's cool, yes, it is cool. I mean, good concept. I think all of these heists are amazing in their own way. I don't hate any of these heists. But I am just saying that it's not that good. I mean, preps are easy though, so that's good. But that's just my personal opinion. I didn't feel how I really wanted to feel for this heist. I didn't have that sense of, oh my gosh, okay, oh my gosh, we're doing this. No, I just felt like, oh, all right, we're at the White House already. Okay. Cutscenes were awesome though. The ending cutscene, amazing. Then at number 6, probably everyone expected me to put this in last place, but it's gonna be the prison break heist. Okay, now I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Now, a lot of people would put this in last place. I don't understand why the prison break heist gets so much hate. Now, look, I understand that doing this heist with randoms can be a nightmare. It really can. But I spent more time on the Humane Labs raid heist than I did on this one, so that's saying something. Now, I'm going to tell you some things about this heist that I think are there are some things about this heist that I do not like. First off and foremost, I was an officer the whole time. I liked being the officer because I am actually a pretty decent level. I have a lot of guns, so I have pretty good guns, and I'm probably the one that should not be the prisoner because I'm pretty good with guns, so I go to the officer, get my guns out, and I just go guns blazing, obviously. And it's not that difficult if you really think about it. You go in there, get house. I don't even know how to say his name, but you get him. You get out by killing all them guys, and you walk out. You get in the plane, and you go to the drop-off point, and jump out. Get into the buzzard, and you fly, and you're done. That's basically the heist. Now, it sounds simple on paper, and it is, but with randoms, I didn't think it'd be hard. So I'm going to tell you some bad things about this heist that happened to me, personally. So, not a single person has really failed for the prison or with me. Whenever I'm the officer and the person's next to me, whenever I did this heist, I always made the low levels be the prisoner. No, I don't judge people off low levels, but just to make sure, I wanted to make sure that the low levels stand with me. And the other high levels. So once we were all doing good, we got everything we did, we got into the vellum, and we were going. Everything was doing great. I said, okay, this is going to be good. We can do it the first time. It was on normal mode. So I didn't want to put on hard mode. I put on normal mode. We were doing good. We got to the drop-off point, but we didn't. The guy, I do think that this happens a lot. A lot of people say it happens. This guy didn't know where to go. He was going really low, and he didn't know he had to go higher for the vellum part. And I texted him, go higher. And this guy didn't listen. This guy legit did not listen at all. He wasn't listening to us. We were like, come on, go higher. What is this kid doing? Go higher. And this guy thought, oh, go higher. I think I have to land. Oh, that's what this kid thought. So this guy landed and smashed into a tree, and we got stuck there. And we didn't know what to do then. It blew up, and the guy that made that mistake left. So basically, he punished us for what he did. He crashed the plane himself, and then he left because of his mistake. He crashed the plane because we kept telling him, fly up higher. You do not need to go lower. Just fly up higher. And he ignored us, and he crashed the plane. I knew it was not on purpose because this guy genuinely knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He knew that he had to stop, but he didn't. He continued to think that we were wrong, and he crashed. I know it wasn't on purpose. This guy wasn't trying to be bad. I understand that. We all make mistakes, but whenever your team is telling you to go higher, please, for the love of gosh, do it. So another thing happened once was the same guy did another thing. Everything was going smooth. We got in the vellum. We were flying up, and one guy died from parachuting. Yeah, that happened. And then another attempt to do it was once we were going, and this one kid, he was flying the vellum, and he, once again, didn't know he had to go higher. We kept telling him, go higher. And luckily, this kid almost hit the water because he thought that this plane could go underwater. Luckily, we said, no, what are you doing? Go up higher. And the kid was like, oh, okay. So we went up higher, and we finished it. Thankfully, nobody died then. But I know it's hard sometimes, but come on. Just come on. Yeah, Prison Break Heist, it's not that bad. The reason it's higher, because it didn't take me as long, and it was actually a lot of fun. I actually had a lot of fun. Besides the, ending, I had a really fun time. Everything was just going a lot as planned. Everyone was having fun, it wasn't that hard. It was fun. It was simple. It doesn't deserve as much hate as it gets. A lot of people say that this one's the worst out of all the heists. because playing with randoms is the worst. I totally disagree. I think the worst one to play with randoms, honestly. Like, for every single heist, it definitely would be Doomsday heists. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, I had fun with this heist. Moving on. Okay, number 5. The OG, the first heist in online is going to be the Fleeca Bank job. Fleeca Bank. Okay, so this one is the easiest one out of all of them. It's the quickest, most likely going to take you about 20 to 30 minutes. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So, this will be 2 preps. One is to scope out, just go over there, look at it, then come back. That's all it is. Kuruma, pretty easy. Go, kill some people, get the Kuruma, and just do over it. Super duper simple. And then the heist itself, really simple. Really simple. So, let's start simple. Yeah, it's me and my brother did this heist, and it was fun. It was simple. Just go in there, make sure none of them die, because if you shoot the hostages, it might be harder. Never happened to me before, so I don't know. Just drill it, leave, go into the cargo bob. That's it. But you know what? Randoms still find a way to fail this heist. Yes, randoms find a way. I'm gonna tell you what happened. This happened actually a few days ago. So I was doing what I normally did. Me and a random. He was crowd control, and I was the driller, because I like being the driller part. And I'm like, if this guy, because this guy was a pretty low level. I think it's like a level 20. So I'm like, but even though if he was the highest level, I'd still do drilling. I love the drilling part. I'm pretty good at it. So I drilled, and we were like, okay, let's get out of here. And we were going. We were doing good, you know. He didn't kill anybody, took out all the cameras, and this guy didn't know what he was doing. He just turned, you know how we were going to the bridge, there's a bridge that leads into the tunnel to Fort Zancudo, and there's like a right turn that leads into a gas station. He scooped into the right turn and just went out of control. I'm like, what are you doing? Go to the cargo bob. He turned right. He didn't go straight to the cargo bob. He turned right for some reason. And we failed. Luckily, he didn't leave, so I'm like, okay, maybe it was just a simple mistake. I don't know. So we did it again. And I said, okay, you know what? This time, just go to the cargo bob. And we did the same thing. I drilled. He did crowd control. We got in the Kuruma. He drove. And we were going pretty quick. We were doing good. And then this kid just stopped out of nowhere. He just stopped in the middle of the road. Because he thought the cargo bob went to him. He thought the cargo bob would, like, follow us. So I said, what are you doing? Just go to the cargo bob. And we failed again. So we restarted. And same thing happened. Crowd control, drill, got in the Kuruma. We were off. And I'm like, this time I told him, go to it. He can't follow you. Just go to it. And this kid, he was zooming at it. I'm like, yes. He drove right past it. Right past the cargo bob. Because he thought, like, once you went into it, he immediately sucked you up. He went into the tunnel. And I said, what are you doing? Go backwards. There's still time. He didn't listen. He continued to go forward. And it failed. And this guy left. Yes. It's possible to fail the easiest heist in the game. It is possible. Just so you guys know that. So I'm like, oh my gosh, are you serious? So I got another guy. This guy was a lower level, and I said, okay, I'll be fine. I can't judge. We did the same thing. Drill, get in the Kuruma. This guy drove right past the cargo bow, because he made the same mistake, thinking that it will suck you up no matter what. I said, no, go back. You have to stay under it for a couple seconds. He went back, he stayed under it for a couple seconds. He souped us up. We were out. Yeah. I mean, I understand. Sometimes, if I did the first time, if I had done this for the first time, I probably would have made the same mistake too, of just going right past it. But still, it's I don't know. But the payout's only like $70,000 if you want to split it 50-50. It's not going to be you can grind it if you want. You probably make good money if you grind, but there's a new way to grind. I'll tell you about that later. I think you guys already know. But overall, it's a fun heist, you know. I still do it just for the fun, you know. It makes you feel like a bank robber going in there, robbing little banks. It's fun. Not much to say. Okay, then in number 4, it's going to be the Doomsday Heists. So, I didn't want to originally make it how, like, basically, I'd split them all in parts. I just wanted to put them all in the same category. But if I could do, like, a little mini ranking of all of them, it'd be 1, 2, 3, being, I think Data Breaches is my least favorite, and Act 3, which is the Doomsday scenario, is my favorite. So, let's talk about the Doomsday Heists for a while. So, whenever me and my brother did this, we were hyped. We were ready to go. We saw the trailer for it. My brother got the facility, and it's awesome. You know, the facility is really awesome. And we started it. So let's start off with Act 1, the Data Breaches. Okay, before I begin, reviewing these, I just want to say that if you want to do the Doomsday heist, you can do it. It is a fun heist. It is the most action-packed heist in the game. It is. All three heists are action-packed. It literally feels like World War III. It feels like Avengers. That's what it feels like. It's that action-packed. The soundtrack is awesome. They're amazing heists. But if you want to grind these heists, please don't, because each heist will take you about 1 to 2 hours. It's not easy. And doing this heist with randoms will be the hardest thing you'll ever do in this game. It's just me and hard with just me and my brother. We had trouble doing it together, and we were pretty good at the game. Doing it with randoms who you have no communication with, and you have no idea who they are at all, it's gonna be hard. But anyways, I got off track. Okay, so each one, it kind of sucks because there's a lot of setups. Like, legit, you're most likely gonna have more time with the preps and the setups than the actual heist. Oh yes, I said preps and setups. There's basically preps for the preps. You know, you're about to get to basically you have to do these little preps. And then after you do the preps, that was basically preps for the setup. So basically, for example, I think one of them you have to get I don't remember. But anyways, it'll take you a long time. You need to have time in your hands if you want to do these heists. Like, all 3 of them in a day. I mean, you can try it, but, if you have, a schedule, going to sleep, eating, then I wouldn't recommend it. But Act 1 is kind of forgettable. The reason why I don't like Act 1 that much is that it's just, out of all 3, you don't do it, you know? If I could replay the Doomsday heists, this one was the one I'd probably not play again. I'm just saying. It's cool, it's fun, yeah, but it's just, like I said before, I think every heist is fun and cool in their own certain way. But I'm just saying that this one is probably the most forgettable. Then we have the Bogdan problem. Okay, the Bogdan problem is actually really fun. Really fun. A lot of people do it for the glitch. I never did the glitch. Don't plan to. But the Bogdan problem is actually a lot of fun. One person... What I like about the Doomsday heist is that you can do it with 4, 3, 2 people. That's what I like. They fixed that. You don't have to wait for 4 people to join. You can just do it with one other person, which is great for people that only have one friend in the game. Me. But anyways, yeah. Bogdan problem is pretty good. One person goes into the submarine and talks to that guy. I forgot his name. And the other guy is in the Avenger, fending off all of them. I'm usually in the Avenger, and my brother was in the submarine. It was a lot of fun. I gotta admit, it was a lot of fun. And then there's Act 3. Guys. Act 3, I cannot explain in words the pain, the amount of time and effort. This heist took us days to complete. Days. The ending of Act 3. Okay, here's why. The checkpoints are just terrible. Okay, so first off, you have to go in and explode a lot of people through the tunnel, which isn't that hard. Then you have to face off juggernauts, and then you have to go to different areas underground, and it's a lot of hard because it is swarming with enemies, and they never stop. I don't think they ever stop respawning. So no matter what, if you don't have snacks, you're fudged. You're not good. You're going to fail, and you are going to have to repeat. That's why I said don't do this heist with randoms. Act 3 will be a nightmare to complete. But it's just difficult. And then right after you do that, you think, okay, this has to be done. Nada. Then you have to go through this whole big place, and you have to protect your buddy while they're hacking. And the hack is actually not very easy. That's why I usually protect while my friend is doing the hacking. And that's hard because, once again, they never stop spawning. They will continue over and over and over. And then after that, after you do all the hacks, then you can kill them, and then they'll stop respawning. Then you go for Avon, which is the easiest. You blow them up, you're done, and that's it. The cut's not that good, honestly. If you, sure, do it your first time. I recommend doing every heist at least once. Second time, alright, you could do the Doomsday heist. Second time, alright. Third time, what are you doing? And then 4 and above, just stop, do other heists. It's up to you, though. It's your story in the game. But I'm just saying that this is a really fun heist. The reason it's over the other heist is because it's more action-packed. And I love action. As long as I'm having fun, I don't really care about the cut. But I'm just saying that these heists are going to take you a while. If you don't want to waste time, and you just want to do heists that'll probably take you an hour or less, don't do this. I'm just saying, don't do it. Yeah, it's fun, a lot of fun, I'm not denying that, but it is a long time. But the reason why it's ahead of the others is because I just feel like it's more action-packed, and I had a lot more fun with it. And I did it with my brother, too, so. Number 3 is going to be the Pacific Standard heist. Okay, so out of all the 5 main heists, this one was the one I was most excited to do. This felt like a legit, actual big heist that I was so excited for. And I did this with one of my friends, not my brother, but one of my friends, and we had a fun time. You see, we did it with 2 other randoms, and, okay, the preps aren't that bad. The preps aren't that difficult. The first one is the vans, where you have to get the van, and you have to track him down. If you have someone that is a complete idiot and doesn't know what he's doing, it's going to be difficult. But most of the time, they know what they're doing. Then I think there's one where you have to go on the jet skis, and you got to go and get the guy. That one actually can be really difficult. The reason I did that was because I had a stroke of luck, like a big stroke of luck. I had a really good team, but if you have a bad team, you're gonna hate that prep more than any prep out of all 5 of those preps. And I think the third one was, I forgot. You know what? Who cares about the preps? I'm talking about the heist itself. The heist itself is so much fun. It's actually not that difficult too. If you're doing this heist with randoms, it's not gonna be that difficult, really. I mean, think about it. All you do is go in there. I'm always the guy that gets the cash. I always want to get the cash. Me and my friend, we got the cash, and the people just, we did, it was okay. But the reason why we failed it so many times was the biking part. The biking part is honestly the hardest part. At first, you go out and you fight the cops. It's not that difficult as long as you have good weapons. But other than that, it's not that hard. But the bike part is the hardest. Here's why. I know a lot of YouTubers and like speedrunners of this heist usually get in a car and go somewhere different. Well, for me, I didn't do that. I got on a bike, and it was hard because, you see, whenever you're on a bike, it is very, very easy to get shot. If you get shot by a cop, you are going to lose a lot of your damage. And obviously, with a bike, falling off is going to be really easy as well. See, with a car, if you crash into something, you're most likely just going to, oh, you crashed, okay, now back up and go again. No, with a bike, you fly out of your bike, you hit the ground, and then you are surrounded by cops. And it's a 5-star level too, so it's not going to be easy. It's fun. I love jumping off a cliff. It is super duper fun, but it's also very, very difficult. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad, but it is still a difficult heist for the finale of that part. But overall, it's not that bad. I had fun, and I took 10%. No, guys, look, the reason I took 10% was because I did not care about money. I was waiting for this heist for so long. I just said, I don't want money. Take my cut. I'm doing this heist. Whatever. Let's go. And I had fun. It was a lot of fun. I really did like it. You know, you get in there, you're robbing it, you fight all those cops, you get on the bikes, and you get off, and then you go to the dinghy, and it's difficult if you really have a person that doesn't know what they're doing. But for the most part, it's super duper easy. But I did have one guy. There are some things. I'm going to talk about the fails with this heist I had. So whenever we got in there, you know, going down, me and my friend, we got into the vault. We were getting the cash, and Lester was like, why did you do that? You killed somebody. And someone upstairs killed a hostage. You know, I just don't understand why people don't follow directions. Like, do you have no sound on? Lester told you, don't kill the hostages, or else we will have noose and SWAT. And that was a lot harder, because, you know, you're being chased by SWAT and all that. It's difficult. It's not easy at all. Yeah, come on, just don't shoot the hostages. What do they do to you? Yeah, I'm saying that, but yet I run innocent people over all the time, so never mind. But overall, Pacific Standard Heist, it's fun. It's so much fun. It's just, I feel so rich now. Like, I don't even care about paying $100,000. Like, I really don't care. It's so simple. It's so simple. The more you think about it, it's really that. It's so simple. You just go in there, get the cash, leave, shoot some cops, and then get on the bikes or another car and leave. It sounds simple on paper, but it's not going to be that easy. It always sounds simple on paper, but yeah. That's number 3. Okay. Pacific Standard Heist. I can't say it enough, guys. If you have friends, do it with friends. Please do it with friends. I am telling you, these heists will be a crap ton of fun if you do it with friends. If you don't do it with friends, you're gonna have a terrible time. I won't say terrible. I would say just you probably won't have as much fun as the other people that are playing with their friends. Just saying. Cayo Perico is number 2. Look, the last 3 were so hard. I'm sorry if you guys love the Cayo Perico heist. Now we're gonna be talking about Cayo Perico heist. Okay, so Rockstar has made many mistakes. I get a lot of people who are not on the grow with Rockstar right now. They do not like Rockstar right now, and I agree. Rockstar they have made flaws. They have made tons of flaws that they are most likely never going to fix. We want Grand Theft Auto 6, Rockstar. Fix this bug, Rockstar. Do something with RDR2 Online, Rockstar. Rockstar. Please do something. And Rockstar's like, what's that? You want online content? boop, here's some GTA Online. I love GTA Online. It is my favorite thing to do right now for gaming-wise. But at the moment, it was hard for me to make money. I'm saying that right now. You see, how I used to make money was I would grind missions, and then I'd do Casino Heist. But then Cayo Perico came around. Pavel reached his hand, said, Capitan, here's a submarine, and Cayo Perico, it's amazing. Cayo Perico, the preps are the easiest things in the world if you have good vehicles. If you have an Oppressor Mark II, or an Oppressor, or a Deluxo, or any type of flying vehicle, you're going to have the easiest time with preps. The preps are going to take you about 5 to 10 minutes. No higher, no lower. They are easy. Very easy. And the heist itself, you can make over $1 million in less than an hour. It's amazing. And Rockstar finally listened to us. We said, I don't want to do this. I don't have no friends. I don't know what to do. Rockstar said, okay, here, you can do this by yourself. Boop. Now we have a heist by ourselves. It's perfect. The Cayo Perico update was definitely the best update we had of 2020. I'm just saying. Probably the best update we actually had in a while. I'm just saying that the submarine construction is so much fun. Pavel, I love you, Pavel, my man. Capitan, that's me. Sorry. Come on, Pavel's amazing. Sorry, Lester, but there's a new guy in town. My boy, Pavel. I get a lot of people are upset how you couldn't, free roam Cayo Perico. I get that, but I feel like some people just need to understand that they gave us a whole island. A heist that actually is good money. It's a fun heist. New weapons. The vehicles are okay. Gave us the Torreader. I mean, that's the best vehicle we had in a long time as well. I loved this heist. I really did. I don't understand the problem with it. I get it. Rockstar, we understand that you love this game. You want to keep pushing us online content. But where's GTA 6? I'm sorry. Just saying. But look, this heist is perfect in every way. You may be thinking, if it's so perfect, why is it number one? I'll explain that. We will explain that for number one. But I'm just saying, guys, that Cayo Perico is it's as good as everyone says it is. I think the only people that don't like it are people that already have, $1 billion and are saying, oh, this heist sucks. Come on. For grinders, this is the best way to make money. It is better than business missions. It is better than Casino Heist. It is better than any heist in the game. You may be thinking, well, then why is it number one? I will explain that, guys. Stop. But it is so good. It legit is the heist that we all wanted. It is the heist that we all thought that was never going to happen. A solo heist that's actually good money and grindy. Oh my gosh. It's perfect in every way. I love it. I've done this heist, I think, over 15 times in a span of, less than a month. It's so good, guys. I recommend getting the Kasodka. Oh, my gosh. I can't. It's just so good. Such a good heist. Now, I'm going to be explaining to you guys why number one is number one. So, let's do this. The reason why Diamond Casino Heist is my favorite heist in the game is for numerous reasons. Number one is this was my first heist I've ever done. Yes, I've done this before Fleeca. I have done this before Doomsday. I've done this before all those. The Casino Heist was mine and my brother's first heist. You see, whenever we went into this, we were idiots. We were complete idiots. We thought that we could go in silent and sneaky, and we could do it like a boss. We went in there, and as you guys know, no offense, Rockstar, but your stealth sucks. Seriously, fix your stealth in your game. It was hard. We the first time we did it, we only ended up with $200,000 for each of us. My brother said, "Are you serious?" And I said, "It'll be fun. We'll get better over time." And I made my word. My favorite one to do out of all of them is 100% the Big Con. Bug Stars is a lot of fun, but the easiest one is obviously the one where you have to go in as the guard. It's so simple. You get in there. You have 3.5 minutes to get everything you want. It's perfect. Aggressive, I actually like a lot. Silent and Sneaky, I don't like Silent and Sneaky, but it's so good. This is a heist that changed the game, because before you were strictly having to do what the game told you. You have to do that. You have to do this. No. Cayo Perico and Casino is so dang good because you can do whatever you want. Casino Heist started off with you can go in sneaky. You can go through this entrance. You can go through that entrance. You can escape from this entrance. You can go in there. You can go in this. And it's actually a good way. It's actually pretty good to make money. The preps won't take you that long to do it all. Some of them might require 2 people, but you don't have to wait in the loading screen for any of it. It's perfect. It changed the meta of the game. I love the Casino Heist. I just do. I just do. You see, what the Casino Heist did for me was whenever I robbed the Casino Heist, no matter how many times I've done it, no matter how many times I'm going to continue to do it, I still have my heart pounding every single time I leave. It's so perfect. You get out of there, and most of the time you're going to have cops on you. You get out of there, it's perfect. It's genuinely so perfect. I can't think of anything better. I just can't. I legit can't think of anything better to say about it. It's such a good heist, man. This felt like, whenever I first did this my first time, even though we completely bombed it, we did not do it right at all, we still had the time of our lives, man. I loved it so much. Casino Heist will forever, like, if GTA 5 online or just any Rockstar game just gets shut down, if Grand Theft Auto 5 gets shut down or something like that, the first thing I remember about that game is 100% the Casino Heist. I love it so much. It is, I just can't think of anything else to say. It's so perfect. I legit can't think of anything to say. It is just so good, man. I love it so much. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.